Right. So one really cool thing about AI is that we can create these own chatbots. Now, ChatGPT is what we call a large language model, and it's designed to interact with you and answer questions based off your prompts and things like that. But I can use these different data sets of these models here, and I can create a personalized chatbot. So, for example, I might create a chatbot on John Calvin that's going to answer things such as John Calvin would, so that it's almost like I'm talking to John Calvin and getting answers from him in his words. Now, obviously, this needs to be trained on things that are related to John Calvin and his teachings and that time period of the Reformation. So, what I can do is I can create a bot and I can give it just kind of a name right here. I've already made this one that I'll show you in a bit right here. And I could tell it what I want it to use. So, you will want to use ChatGPT on this just because we're on. That's our free version right there. All this other stuff you would have to actually subscribe to Poe here for. But you can give it a prompt here, and then you can even add knowledge sources. So, for my example with my John Calvin, I took Calvin's Institutes, a PDF of it, and I put it all in here. And I could add other sources as well. It's obviously going to have that a lot of that information from the internet, but if I wanted a source, I could add that as well. I could do a little greeting message, tell people about it, all that stuff. So now I go here, okay, and I can talk to this. So I ask what is meant by predestination. It talks about this. It gives me some sources, right? Like it used the Calvin's Institute source, and it cites where that stuff came from. So I have those references there, and I can read through this. I can ask for those passages of scripture that would support it. I could ask, like, okay, who are your contemporaries? Who else was a famous theologian in your time? And I can ask more things about that. So the prompt that I gave this, I said, you're the Calvin bot. You're going to respond like John Calvin. This is what people are going to do. I said, you want to use modern English, use scripture, be an expert on that period. So now what I can do is I can give this to students to use to try and ask some questions and explore and learn on their own. So now it's a resource for students who are interested, who want to get more information, maybe information that you didn't share, um, but they want to learn, right? Like they want to ask these questions and have them answered. And now we have this opportunity for them to do that. So I think this is a really cool tool for you to use in different things. Um, I'm sure you could probably do it a little bit with novels, right? Like if you uh, said you were going to be a certain character from a novel and you give them like the novel text or something like that, they could ask these questions. Um, I mean, it could be more other historians too, right? Like you can think about our founding fathers and things like that, and create bots for them, for your students to be able to ask these questions and get information. So this is just one example of how we can kind of personalize some of this stuff and provide opportunities for students to use it.